social services in Finland? Thank you, Jarmo.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I come from Finland, so I tell you something about the national program for e-social care. And an example of that program I tell you about defining requirements of information which is needed in social services. And first I tell you something about Finnish social services and ICT applications used there. As you may know, Finland, as a Nordic country in Europe, is so-called welfare state. So we have very large public services. Public authorities have to guarantee adequate social services for everyone living in the country. That is in Constitution. So in Finland, social services are organized by local authorities, about 350 municipalities. And the services are produced both by public service providers and by private service providers. And social services, money comes from the taxes, so they are mainly funded by taxes. And ICT applications for client documentation are largely used, both in social and healthcare production. But however, the exchange of information between the applications is not possible yet. So the Minister for Social Affairs and Health started a national development program to improve the utilization of IT social services in 2005. And it aims to digitize the production of the social services. And you see here the main goals. The main goals are to harmonize the client information systems in services and to develop electronic documentation and to produce specifications for nationally organized electronic archive. And harmonization of the client information systems demands standardization. It demands standardization of the contents of client information and the semantics of the client information. And in our program, the needs of the practical work, as you heard Mr. Killihan here tell the frontline social workers, we thought that the needs of the practical work in social services are very central. Thereby, the information collection and specification was organized in cooperation with various social care professionals. And the requirements of the information which is used in social services were collected and analyzed by 16 different teams of social care professionals. And these working groups were organized regionally according to the subdomains of social services. There were 21 different social services which were studied, and over 160 experts or social workers attended in the workshops. At workshops there were totally 156 that kind of workshops or working group meetings. And totally over 500 experts commented on the specifications made by the groups. And here you see some of the domains of the working groups. There were groups for child welfare, which includes child protection services, family conciliation matters, child daycare, elderly services, social assistance, social work of different kinds. and adoption counseling, etc. Each of those groups, each of regional groups, compiled a report of all integral information concerning the domain of its service expertise. The reports build up the basis for the information contents of social services, social care records. They are utilized when defining the contents and structures of specific client documents in XML format. And here's our model of thinking in program. So you see that to get technical specifications, we need a lot of work before it. We need the documentation process improvement, content specification, and the harmonization of all information we get. That is our thinking. And this program, this national program for social services IT in Finland, is now on its second phase and will end next year, on 2011. And the planning of piloting, implementation and dissemination of the specifications has been started. But the way is very long still, because the implementation on the national level requires a political decision and a technical regulation for a nationally organized e-archive and associated IT services. This is done in Finland for healthcare, but not yet for social care. But we are waiting for decisions and regulations for that in social care too. So thank you for attention. I will inform that my colleague Antero Lehmuskoski has a poster presentation tomorrow of this same program. So welcome and discuss with us.
Thank you very much.